gardens are now coming up to their best, I reckon. The sun's just coming round onto this, and I've had a piece of hot pressed paper set aside for a while now for doing an acrylic ink and pastel. Whether I'll use pastel I don't know yet, but I'm going to go for the masking fluid and then acrylic inks, and then back to where the flowers are with the acrylic inks again. There's a rather nice composition here, although it's hard to see the composition at the moment because of the shadows. What I want to get is an area like this here, right up to these flowers and above, the daisies here and down here. When the sun gets around a bit more, I'll take another shot to show you. I've just drawn it out very roughly at the moment. I'm going to put the masking fluid on next, where the flowers are. Now the reason I'm going to use masking fluid is because I want a sharp edge to all of the flowers and some of the leaves. And I want to do really lovely wetted to wet backgrounds with the acrylic inks. Then come back into those flowers with the sharp, bright colours of the acrylic inks again. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to use a little nylon brush to apply it with. Sometimes I use a clay shaper, but this time I just want to use a nylon brush. And painting fairly, not too carefully, but painting fairly carefully with these. I like the blue ones because you can see what you've done. See where you put it. £40 paper. Sudden gust of wind there took me completely by surprise. Took my whole easel away. Remembering what's where when it comes down to it in the long run. I think I'm almost there for the amount of texture I'm doing and for the choice of texturing too. So here's our scene again, what we're trying to do. Taking in from the roses here across to that fountain and down and round here. A few of those lilies in the corner here. I'm going to use the FW Acrylic inks, that's these ones. Rather nice, not cheap, but they're very intense, very strong. I'll set those out in some round palettes down here. I've just set up one half of my palettes with the greens, the yellows and just one orange and the turquoises and blues. I want to take this wetting to wet, so I'm going to use a large oval mop and soak the whole paper first. Hopefully the masking fluid is now dry enough. And now I need my diffuser as well. Make sure everything stays lovely and wet. It is going to be a very soggy piece of paper when I finish. So I've got my diffuser now and I can spray quite easily. Everything will be wet. That's going to be important. Too wet and it will trickle down. So starting like watercolours with the lights, working towards my darks, and start working up these lovely light tones of the lilies. Look between the warm cools and the cool cools, if you're with me, the greener, warmer, browner greens and the very yellowy greens. Keep this wet all the time. It starts to dry until you get hard edges, so I just don't want. That light comes down to there. Through here, these lovely lights and darks are going to be mixed in just a minute. You can splatter and do all sorts in a moment, I suspect, as well. It doesn't matter about the flowers because they're going to go back in afterwards. I want to see about splattering a can of it. I don't think about doing this on this yet, but just that's what happens. I do want to get the splattery effects too. This is my greens. certainly are in the water down here. Some splattering here now. Of which we need to now back a bit. I'm not doing this indoors. Okay, the thing now is, will this masking fluid come off or not? Well, the masking fluid didn't come off at all well. The paper, it soaked into the surface of the paper for some reason, wouldn't lift off nicely at all. But we'll continue with this experiment at least and see how far we can get with it. So I'll start putting on some pure colour now. Again, working with my lightest and my darkest still. that's the picture done as far as I can go with this one. It's got potential. I can see where I might go with this in the future using the inks and water.